Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are you well?
Yeah, thank you.
Nice weather.
Yeah, what?
Can I ask you, we understand a deal agreed for Sergio Gomez, a position I think that you've been very keen to strengthen in. Can you tell us a little bit about why you've gone for him and how you see him fitting in, please?
Well, you know, the club always is working in many possibilities and chances in all positions. And this one target is a young player. In the World Cup, European Cup years ago, the best player was Phil Foden, and he was the second best player in this tournament. He played in Spain under 21, and he was a young talent player for the academy of Barcelona. He went to Dortmund. He didn't have much minutes, and the last year played under the good hands from Vincent Kompany in Anderlecht, and he played really well. And yeah, we target him, and we could bring him here. So that's
one
all.
For now or one for the future?
No, for now, no. He's going to stay with us, the squad, and it will be with Joao, alongside Joao, George, and him, a position for the left back. So he's going to stay with us.
Haaland inevitably took a lot of the headlines last week. Can I just check with you? I think you've been a manager now for 15 years, since 2007?
Yeah, more or less,
Yeah.
14, 15.
Of all the players that you've coached and managed in that time, can you rate Haaland at this stage? I know you've only seen him for a few weeks.
He's an exceptional player, but we are together 1 month, 1 month and a half. So it's not important if it's an exceptional player. It's not necessary to tell you, everybody knows it. But we are just a few times together, and he's an incredible competitor. He want to win, and we are going to do this path together.
But you see him in training where we don't. What do you see in training that convinces you that he's so special?
Well, there's basically a sense of goal. I have a goal between here, and what I impressed the most is the fact that he had incredible good education. For the fact he's a very humble guy. Knees on the earth, how much he talks with the young players, not just for the important players that we have. Always he talks. So, yeah, he started good, like Julian, like the other guys.
And can I also just ask you, this week, 30 years we've had the Premier League in existence. There's been a lot of inter-club rivalry since then. We had Arsenal and United very much at the start of the Premier League. It tends to be you and Liverpool in recent seasons. How healthy is it for the league that you have that rivalry with a side like Liverpool, would you say?
Yeah, we were able to create this rivalry, in this case yeah, that's true. The last year, the biggest opponent we faced to win the titles in all competitions here was Liverpool. And be part of that is an honor. Before it didn't happen in this club, of course. When Sheikh Mansour Khaldoon took over the club, and after they make an investment, and we could create a good environment to compete with the elite, the English football.
They seem to push you. You seem to push them.
Yeah, the sport is like this, the athletes like this. Yeah, individual and collective sports. You need someone to get you better.
Hello, Pep. How's the squad looking for the Bournemouth game?
Ready. Impressed. Very impressed, yeah. Saw the game. I have a lot of respect for Scott Parker, the job had done in Fulham, and of course last season in Bournemouth, and this season, the way they play. The patterns are so clear, so clever. So, yeah, we spoke today, these days, we're training, and yeah, we are ready.
How tricky is it to face a promoted team at this stage of the season?
So tricky.
Because you don't know as much about them at this level?
No, not for that. New promoted in the first stages, first games are so difficult. For the fact they don't feel the pressure because they are still with an incredible mood. For the previous season, they don't have anything to lose. They give everything. They have still the good, karma. What happened the month ago, being promoted, and that makes always complicated. When after 1 or 2 or 3 months, 4 months, all the teams have the problems with the injuries, for the good moments, bad moments, for the the mood for the locker room. Players don't play, they are being more upset. These kind of things always happen after a while. in that stage, just first game, second game, third game, always is everybody push to do it better. That's why it always is tricky.
And your team, obviously Aymeric Laporte, I guess is still injured. Is there anyone else who is a concern for you for this game?
Yeah, we have Kalvin with some niggles. I don't know we'll be able. And Cole Palmer had a knock in his feet last game, and obviously is doubt tomorrow. So the rest are perfect.
Thank you.
Hi, Pep. I think many people were impressed with the performance and the role of the fullbacks against West Ham. When you now have a striker who's not going to contribute in the same way in midfield as you had before, how does that affect how you choose to use your fullbacks in the play?
It's not the first time I've done it. Many years I've done it. Last season with striker, proper striker with Gabriel or Rush playing that, or false nine, we played too. And many games we didn't play, and many games this season we are not going to play. So it depends of the quality of opponents, especially the shape or the opponents defend. The way we attack, it depends of the opponents how they defend, and it's different to attack 4 in the back and 5 at the back. It's different to attack with 2 strikers flat or 1-on-1. It's different to see how the wingers behave. Defense so narrow or so wide. This affect your attack, and that you have to adapt. So, but since I would say Bayern Munich, I start a little bit, especially the second season. Always I use it many times.
And we saw a couple of times Erling contributing in the build-up play, in the link-up play with the offside goal in the first half and the De Bruyne cross in the second half. How did you assess his first signs in the link-up play?
Listen, Erling, the quality to score goals. I want the guy to score goals, but in the process to score goals, I don't like the striker just to wait there, waiting the balls to come, and I want to be part in both. I think, I didn't speak with him about that, but I think he likes to touch the ball. And as much to the ball, he's happy. But no Erling, all of them, and that is what he wants. Without the ball, everybody has to run. That is simple. With the ball, everybody has the freedom to be in touch, respecting the positions to touch the ball. And especially now build-up, if he want to drop, he can do it, because he's good linking, giving extra passes, but of course close to the box. I don't want Erling Haaland dropping. I want Erling Haaland to score a goal, like Julian. So, but it just, all the players likes to be in touch with the ball, and we want all of them to do it.
Hi, Pep. After the game in the United States against Bayern Munich, Erling told us that with a smile that he thinks you are a little bit crazy, and he likes that. Some people would probably say that he is a little bit crazy as well when it comes to football. What do you think he means with that, and do you think it's important to be kind of obsessed with football to develop?
Erling, like Julian, for example, or Phil Foden or Cole Palmer, so they have a lot of margin to improve. I would not like to make Phil Erling like he's, of course, an exceptional player is done. I think he can be a better player, and he has to, and I think have the will to do it. I think he likes to play football. I like my job, and we do our passion on the field, and even sometimes off the field. But that's all. So I never see a player with 21, 22 years players. Maybe Messi in that time he was already in advance, but the rest is never unfinished business. So always you can do, always you can improve, and we will try it. We'll try to finish this season, the next season, finish career here. Said, okay, I'm better player than when I arrived, and you know, and this is what we are looking for him, because you asked me about him, but for Phil Foden, for example, Phil is an exceptional player, but they have a lot of margin to be better. You know, still is playing for his incredible instinct that he has, but he has to try to read the situations a little bit better. And this is one, you know, the reason why we are here, staff, you know, managers, my assistant coaches, to do it, to try to help them.
And what kind of game do you expect against Bournemouth tomorrow?
Well, they make quite high pressing in our build-up. They are aggressive. When we make back, they squeeze really well. And after they defend, they drop. Defend with structure, 5 in the back, with so narrow in the middle. not much spaces. And they have a common pattern, 5 in the back. They are close in the build-up to drag you out, and after link a lot with the striker, with the wingers. And after, when they contact there, they have a good runners in the opposite side. Like come for the championship, the managers kind of have always good set pieces departments work. Try to impose our game and avoid them. So this is the game I try to figure out is going to happen tomorrow.
Hi, Pep. It's more a generic question. Is it possible to keep a player's creativity intact with the current tactical demands of football? I mean, finding the balance between tactical obligations and creativity, freedom, one of the challenges for
it's a good debate, but I think the tactics is just put it on the field to help them to express the talent quite often, more often than normal. I use the tactics to create some patterns, like everyone can be more comfortable, it can be more, more time and his expression, his talent as much as possible. These are using the tactics. Defensively, to take the ball as quick as possible, as far as possible our goal. And with the ball, if I can create some patterns, like arrive 20 balls in the box for our strikers can have more chances to score a goal, this is tactics. But I don't believe the tactics is do you whatever you want, because after that it's a little bit chaos. In the chaos you don't know exactly what is going to happen, But it's related. I don't think the tactics is against, the creativity for the players. It's completely the opposite.
Do they get that? Is it easy to make them understand this?
I would say the same is not difficult. And now it's a little bit easier for more of them because we are 7 seasons together and we know each other quite well. You just remember, refresh for the new ones. No, I don't think it's difficult. Absolutely not.